So I just got a new book. This is an old book. Mama Ruby by Mary Monroe, and this is from 2011. I absolutely love Mary Monroe. So, Ruby is speaking to her sister, Beulah, and then Beulah says, Beulah is telling Ruby how to deal with men. Ruby is 12, and Beulah is a couple years older than her. And Ruby says, I hope I never have to fool no man into thinking I'm a virgin. And then, because Beulah is out here hoeing, but every time she hoe, these men think she a virgin. And then so she was trying to tell Ruby how to make a man think that you're a virgin. But they was doing some extra stuff with some chicken blood. I'm not going that far. So Beulah says, let me tell you something, girl. When you get involved with men, you will have to do all kinds of shit to keep them in line. Just like a dog, men have to be fed, petted, and trained right. It's our burden to keep them happy if we want to keep them. She said it's our fucking burden to... I read this. I said, oh, I got to go in the bathroom and make a little TikTok. How you going to say it's our fucking burden to keep them happy if we want to keep them? As long as we do what they say, as long as they do what they tell us to do, or let them think we doing it, I should say, they won't be much trouble. We don't really have to do it. We just got to make them think they in control. But the man is supposed to be in control. And then Ruby says, I already know that. But that don't mean nothing to me. When I do get a man, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And not what he tells me to do. Ruby vowed, period, says. And then Beulah gave Ruby an exasperated look. But she really wanted to slap some sense into her head. She couldn't believe that she was related to such a girl as naive as Ruby. Girl, you got too much to learn about men. Don't you know that men are the head of the household? Are the head of the household? Ruby nodded and gave her sister a serious look. That's what you think. But I know better. When I get involved with a boy, I'm going to be the one calling the shots. When I get married, my husband can be the head of the household all he wants, but I'm going to be the neck. And the neck is what controls every move he makes. Period, sis. Listen, sir. I don't feel like Ruby. And I definitely don't feel like Beulah. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of stuff that women have to do and to put up with just to keep a man. We have to submit and we have to play this role because the man has to be in charge. There's so much ish that we gotta put up with to keep a man. And there are some tricks and trade, but this book is already starting to spark my interest because Ruby is 12 and unfortunately she been knowing about sex since she was 8. So she's been watching what everybody been doing since she was 8. So she already an expert even though she's still a virgin. But she see all the games and the lies that's being played on both sides, men and women. And she's like, I don't want to live a life like that. I want to live a life truthful and honest. And who she is inside at 8 and 12 years old is who she's displaying at 8 and 12 years old. Like, no, I'm not going to do any of this. This is not how it's going to work. This is just not for me. She's always been dominant and strong person. And I'm loving this book so far. So stay tuned for more of my book review. I'm gonna do my hair next week. Okay, so I'm back. So now Ruby is hanging out with her homegirl Othello. And then my bad. Ruby says, I wish I looked more like you, Ruby admitted, gazing at Othello like she was looking at a fancy new bride. You're the kind of girl that colored men go for. This story takes place, I think it was 1918, early 1900s. You're the kind of girl that colored men really go for. Teeny weeny body and light skin. Ruby paused and looked Othello up and down. All of that long, pretty black hair. You just look like one of them white film stars with a tan. And looking the way I do usually cause me a lot of problems. I swear to God, boys and men sniff after me like dogs in heat, Othello complained. She says, even my mama's men friends and all of my brother's friends try to mess with me. And if that ain't bad enough, they all try to pester all of my girlfriends too. And a bunch of them been asking me about you. Blah, 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 blah. And then she tells Ruby, you need to hurry up and get loose. Sure enough, Ruby agreed, unable to stop grinning. She was ready to get loose. And she knew that when she did, she'd be loose for a long time to come. So prom night, I didn't know when to do prom. I didn't know when to do prom. And then my foster sister was like, you gotta do prom. And then she found me this bomb red dress. And I'm clearly light skinned, clearly have hair. And I had weave then too, so I had my own weave. And she was just like, she was hooking me up with her boyfriend's friend. And she gonna tell me to be nice to him. No, I'm not being nice to him. First of all, I'm mean. So why would I be nice to somebody when I'm mean? That would make sense. And I didn't know that she was telling me to loosen up. I thought she was just saying be nice because I got an attitude and I got a slick mouth. But she was telling me I need to loosen up. She was trying to hook me up. That shit sucks. Plus, yes, being light-skinned means that I am a sex symbol. And being a sex symbol means that nobody pays attention to my brain. And the fact that I read books that's Christian-based novels. Don't nobody care about my brain. All they care about is my beauty. My booty. My whole point is, yes, I hate the whole light skin thing because the whole light skin thing, like, it's just like, but I'm not allowed to say that. So even when I put this out, like, I know somebody's gonna be like, my shit is my story.